up, my people? What? It's your girl, the big Nique TV. And I'm back with part 3 of our reading video that we started. I just walked into the library and yeah, there was nobody home. I got bored. I was like, I just decided to try to finish this read today. And I'm about to go get the book. And I'll be right back. And yeah, we just about to get started and get through this book. So I could add it to the playlist and stuff and all that. And what I was about to say. Oh yeah, and make sure y'all go check out the playlist of the other books that I have read. One is called Game Over. The other one is one called Liar. And I don't know if I did another one, but I know I did 2 other books before, but at home, books I got at home. So yeah, I'm trying to be different and pick a book from the library to read while I'm not doing nothing and waiting for all this job shit. So yeah, we about to get into this reading. I just called thru. Yeah, y'all see my earrings. And then, yeah, I just got a little regular outfit today. You know, got my short tie. And yeah, just a regular outfit. And I got my Crocs on. It's supposed to storm, so I'm gonna try not to be in here the whole time. You know, yeah, whatever. But yeah. So we're gonna start off where we had stopped Tuesday. Okay. Chapter 14 is where we are. And we're gonna try to get through the books. I'm gonna have the pages or whatever. And let me see before I start. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna stop at first. Before I start reading, even though the chapters are very short. I'm gonna see how much I want to read today. I want to read all the way up to maybe it's to the next day in the book. Let's see. So the chapters I'm starting off, starting and ending with. I'm starting at chapter 14 and I'm ending at chapter 22. And we're gonna try to read through this fast. And then at the end of chapter 22, it's gonna be the next day, which is Wednesday. We're gonna start there. And so yeah, let's get into it. And please, no rude people today. I really don't feel like no rude people. Okay, so if you know you're gonna be rude, just don't waste your time. Like, don't waste your time at all. Like, for real, because you're not getting paid to comment under my shit. you enjoy me reading, please stop by. Please stop by. I don't care how long you stay. You can stay with a little bit of chapters that I read, and you ain't even gotta stay the whole time. You know, I appreciate anybody that stops by. And yeah, let's get into this shit. You feel me? All right, chapter 14. The Emperor Gangsters Nation. I say to the conference room, I shouldn't have to say more than that. I don't. Everyone in this room knows the Nation, biggest street gang in Chicago. These days, around 3,000 strong. Drugs, guns, prostitutes started on the west side, Austin neighborhood, and gradually expanded east and south, taking turf away from other gangs. Oh shit. Okay. They don't ask nicely. They don't initiate peace trees. They go in hard and take what they want. And apparently they don't care who killed them. They don't care who they killed in the process. And you know all, and you know, I mean, and you all know this asshole. I point to the photograph at the top of the chart, pinned into a wall of corkboard. Jericho, known by the humble moniker King Jericho to his troops. Just turned 43, Jericho has a long face with gray braids tight across his head. He dresses in long, flowing grab garb, like he's some kind of urban messiah, not a ruthless leader responsible for the deaths of the deaths the, for the deaths of over 100 people at this point. Jericho didn't get where he is by being stupid. I say he's smart and he is cautious. Personally, anyone talks, they get the full treatment, torture and death for the infinite, and for his entire family. They've raped and butchered 80 80-year-old grandmothers of snitches. They've burned down houses with the snitches and still inside. So the best we can do is get a few craps. Yeah, craps here. I meant strip. I meant scrubs. Yeah. Okay, so the best we can do is get a few scraps here, and there is CIs, confidential informants. But they were they are few and far between. I hate when the phone just randomly fall. That shit. Currently 10:34. real quick. Alright, my bad, y'all. Texting somebody. Confidential informants. I mean, but they are few and far between in the nation, and nobody but nobody would go on the record. He's gotten he's gotten to people even in protective custody. Damn, this nigga, he a serious mob nigga. So I continue. We decided to borrow from an old playbook. We're we're going we're going Al Capone. I can't say that right. We're going after his money. I point to Marsha Flagger. I think it's Flagger. Detective Flagger from Financial Crimes. Marsha gets up and puts on her reading glasses. The federal government used to estimate Jericho's net worth at 20 25 million. She says, but our numbers say it's probably closer to 50. Damn, his net worth, Jericho, this nigga Jericho, he that nigga. Alright, let me get through the book. Alright, yeah, she agrees when someone whistles. Oh, yeah, he launches the cash. I mean, he launders. Sorry, I said launches. I'm laughing at myself. Okay, he launders the money. Oh, yeah, he launders the cash. He does it in several ways. First, he runs cash through the businesses he owns, which have multiplied. Just over the last year, he owns three net. He owns three nightclubs, one strip club, and a string of and a string of laundromats. Alright, I'm trying to get like him. I need a whole team for that shit. Alright. Believe it or not, she looks at us over her glasses. Cash dominated businesses. They have they all have bank accounts. He pumps cash into them every day in small increments. Well under the $10,000 um, threshold, unless usually like 4 or 5 grand a day. He flips real he flips real estate with the money too. So the transactions end up totally legal. Then there's the casinos. He or someone he trusts takes large sums of cash to two different casinos that we all four chips, gamble, win some, lose some, whatever, and then cash in their chips at the end of the night, washed clean. She walks over to the corkboard wall and the chart showing Jericho's holdings and people. She points to a photo of a young African American man caught on camera on the street staring vacantly forward. Yes, staring vacantly forward. This this is the man who makes it happen for him. She says his name is Mason Tracy, age 20, a child prodigy, they say. He dropped out of high school his junior year ago, about my sister just by which time he was so ad- he was so advanced in mathematics that nobody in the school could teach him. They had to send him to UIS. I mean UIC. I mean UIC, where he was taking graduate and PhD level courses. And she reads from her sheet what the fish, the different, different, what different told equations, non-linear dynamics, and advanced what algorithms. Damn, this motherfucker, this boy at 20, he had to leave high school because he was too advanced in math. Motherfucker taking PhD level courses and shit. I wish I was a fucking genius like this. What the fuck? At 20, he is that nigga. Anyway, I don't even know what that means. I say, none of us does. Marsh shakes her head. Anyway, this kind. I mean, this kid grew up poor, dirt poor, living with his mother and his younger sister. His mother died 3 years ago when Mason was 17. He and his sister were orphans. Into Jericho Hooper, I say, into Jericho Hooper. He takes Mason under his wing, even though Mason has scholarship offers coming out of the woodwork. He drops out of school and starts working for Jericho. He's a numbers sa- sa- he helps Mason diagram a web of financial transactions that are so complex that the money's untraceable. The guy doesn't even have a high school diploma, but he's got more smarts than a NASA engineer. Oh, just say NASA. The guy, but he got more smarts than a NASA engineer. I mean, this kid should be a code breaker for the NSA, but instead he, he's advising a criminal warlord. Warlord. If he's so good, says Sash, who's on our team? How do we bust Jericho? Good old fashioned police work, she says. We have a guy on this. Oh, we have a guy on the inside. The guy on the inside is Miss Ronnie Lester, who's worked undercover for us going on 4 years inside the nation organization, but Ronnie's not here and his name won't be mentioned. Not even Marsh knows his identity. Yeah, not even Marsha knows his identity. Our guy, I say, taking over again, taking over, I say it again, taking over again, has been trusted enough that he's doing the money runs. He's depositing drug money into the bank for the small deposits. He's taking drug money to the casinos, and he knows Mason. And he knows Mason too. He can testify on personal knowledge to the money laundering. Combine that, I say, with grand jury what subpoenas. Um, we've served on the banks without notice to Jericho, and we go a very long way towards showing that the money he's depositing into those accounts didn't come from legitimate businesses. I take a moment with that. Guys, if we get something solid on Jericho, the whole game opens up. Nobody wants to talk because because of Jericho's work on wrath. Because of Jericho's wrath. But if we show them there's blood in the water, if we show them the king is dead, people won't be afraid anymore. We can take down this whole freaking organization domino by domino. If we can get King Jericho, I clap my hands. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. This is the first step, and we do it together. Let's go arrest some bad guys. Chapter 15. Hope they catch this nigga Jericho. Cause what? From the sound of it, Jericho is that nigga. And he got hella business, hella bank accounts. Like his net worth is damn near 50 million. What? Real mob boss. That's real nigga shit. Alright. And then he got little niggas doing his little errands and shit. That's some real mob bullshit. Alright, chapter 15. We're gonna hit them at the same time. I tell the room. One crew grabs Jericho, one takes the boy wonder, Mason Tracy. What so I don't fucking know how to fucking say this fucking name. I'm gonna just say sauce for short. It's gonna be sauce. We'll take the lead on Jericho. I nod towards Marsh Flagger, and I will lead on Mason. Against my better judgment, I glance at Sauce, who's wearing a smirk. I know what he's thinking. I've heard this side of the mouth comments about Marsha all day. Looks like she's been taking care of herself. She's laughing pretty hard at your jokes. You know, she's divorced now, right? Why is that your business? Why is that your business? She laughing at his jokes. You jealous? Cause she don't like your ass. Hmm. Take notes. Maybe better take notes. Right. He edges toward me as the team breaks up, ready to move. Don't even, I say. No, I think it's a sleeping, Marsha can watch your back and you can watch hers. Here's the thing, Marsha and I, back in the day, before either of us was married, went a few rounds. Sweaty, greedy sex. Not much else. What the fuck? Yo, sweaty, greedy sex. They was going round for round. That motherfucker, wherever they was throwing. Ew, just, yo. We, let's see, went our separate ways when she was reassigned. Some fun, no hard feelings. We both got married, then she left the street altogether once she started having babies. Decides to put her finance degree to use and mostly sit behind the desk and financial crimes. So yeah, I'm a I'm a widower. I'm a widower now, and she's divorced. But that's not why I'm taking her with me. I'm taking her with me to arrest Mason because Mason is the key to all this. Yeah, King Jericho's the guy we want, but he could never keep anything incriminating in his house. He's way too cautious. He doesn't even use a cell phone. Damn. His communications are old school mafia whispers in his ear, nods of his head. I knew this motherfucker was like a monster. Boss. That's cause he like yeah. He communicate old school mafia style. That shit. Type shit. Yeah, he that nigga. Okay, but Mason, if we're taking down Jericho on money laundering, Mason is how we get there. We'll have the data, the records, the incriminating evidence. The incriminating information. The incriminating information. And Marsha's the financial expert. She'll know what to target in the search. Mason will be the bookkeeper to Jericho's Al Capone. The child prodigy will take down the kid, but I'm not getting into it with Sauce. It will only encourage him. Somewhere along the line, he appointed himself as my life coach, and now he seems determined to put Marsha and me together. Go get the king, I tell Sauce. Try not to fuck it up. Marsha and Matt, Marsha and Matt um, Rodriguez ride with me in patrol unit following Mason. Tracy lives out west in the Austin neighborhood where Jericho used to live and where the Emperor Gangster Nation was born. It's a descent ride. Yeah, it's a descent ride from our headquarters on Pulaski. Pulaski. I got it when I say that fucking word. It's so funny. Pulaski. Don't mind me. I'm just having goofy moments right now. pretty, geared up to arrest a mad nerd. Marsha knows you never know which is true. Mason Tracy doesn't have a what fold. If that's supposed to be a word, if it's supposed to stand for something, I'm gonna say FOID card or a a concealed carry permit. So at least officially he doesn't own a firearm. And everything we're looked from everything we've looked at, this guy is harmless and what respectable introverted genius. You but you will never know until you're knocking on the door or busting through it. It is currently 11 o'clock. Time been going fast. I curved the law. I curved, I curved the unmarked car on Thomas around the corner from Mason's house. The area is crowded, mostly mothers pushing strollers, um, enjoying the late spring. We walk down a clear, a sunlit street of brick walk-ups. Mason lives halfway down the block on the bottom floor of a two-story building. The patrol unit drive down the alley to the rear of the Mason building. Met, I say, take the alley, would you? I never see nobody spell would you. Literally would you, but together, would you? Anyway, yeah, I ain't gonna get it wrong, but the way they talk is funny. Just so none of those uniforms gets an itchy finger. We need the boy wonder alive. So it's Marsha and me in the front. We pass through the gate and take the concrete steps up to the porch. I press the button labeled Tracy and wait. It takes so long that I reach for the buzzer a second time before a voice comes through the speaker. Yes. Oh my bad. I got a notification. I don't look at notifications. Anyway, okay. Yes. Mason and Tracy. We're Chicago police detectives. We'd like to speak with you. A pause. Then why? Open the door, please, Mr. Tracy. We have a wonder. We have. I said, go back to everything. You read it. We have a warrant to search the premises, but why? Mr. Tracy, we have the right to use forcible entry. I'd rather you open the door and let us in. None of us wants your door busted down. Um, okay. Hang on. Wait. Shit. I said wait. Okay. Hang on. Matt, I say, turning my back to the door and speaking into my caller. Heads up in the alley. Robert, I look at Marsh. This more fun than reading financial statements. She smirks, but she keyed up. Yeah, but she's heat up, sensing the tension. So she leans forward, bangs on the front door, shakes her head. Let's force it, I say, stepping back. We can give this guy a second to put on his shorts, turn off the stove before reaching the door. But anything more than that, and the possibility of evidence destruction or or his going for a weapon is too high. Back door. Matt calls into our radios. Mr. Tracy, Marsha and I, Marsha and I are already off the porch, standing out to the north and south sides of the building. I take the north side as Matt's commands buzz in my ear. Police, don't move. Hands where I can see them. Coming your way. Billy, coming your way. Bonding around the corner. Yeah, bonding around the corner, heading squarely toward me. A young African American man in a cotton undershirt and cargo pants. Don't move, Mason, I shout, my hand out, but not my gun. He stops when he sees me, looks back at Matt Rodriguez, comes around the corner with a couple of uniforms. I have my hands out now for both Mason and Rodriguez. Mason, we have a warrant for your arrest. Let's do this nice and easy. No, he says, looking away, shaking his head, squeezing his eyes shut, like he's trying to shut out the noise. Not now. You can't do this now. We close in on him from both sides. No, no, he shouts, not now. It's okay, Mason. I'm going to take you into custody. No, he says, less of an objection. Yeah, and more a plea. Not now. Mason, come on. Make this easy on yourself. Easy now. His head turned away as if considering his right hand dangling out from his body. Then he reaches into his pocket, into his pants pocket, fixing on something. Don't move, I shout, drawing my blood. Do not move that hand or I will shoot. Rodriguez in uniforms yelling as well behind me. Marshall has come around from the other side shouting the same stuff at Mason. Freeze, don't move, show us your hands. Through the chaos, Mason, barely 20 and looking more like a younger, looking more like a young teenager, seems entirely seems entirely lost in his own thoughts, his breathing, what escalating his own personal horror show inside his head. Wait a second, he shouts, my heart pounding now as his right hand inches upward from the pocket. Mason, do not, Mason, don't do it. Do not move. Hold on a second. Mason shouts, still not looking at us, staring into the brick wall of the building. Hold on. His hand starts upward. Yeah, his hand starts upward again out of his pocket. I'm not gonna shoot an unarmed kid unless he's armed. A holster. I holster my weapon and break into a full sprint as Mason's hand comes free of his pocket. Chapter 16. I barreled into Mason like a middle linebacker, but focused on his right forearm and hand, falling on top of him while disabling his right arm. We land hard, Mason grunting like the pain both from hitting pavement and landing awkwardly. His his right arm extended out. A phone I see immediately, lying in the grass next to the pavement. He pulled out a damn cell phone. Rodriguez cuffs Mason and reaches his person. I mean, Rodriguez cuffs Mason and searches his person. I walk over and pick up his phone. The post action adrenaline overtaking me after the pat down. Rodriguez stands Mason up. You know how close you came to getting shot. I yell at him over a phone. I need that phone. I need you can't. I can't. Mason shakes his head, looking at the ground, his voice shaking. No, he pleads. No, you're under arrest, Mason, for the money laundering and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Money? No, no, you don't understand. The best move you can make is to cooperate, cooperate. I keep saying cooperate. The best move you can make is to cooperate with us, Mason. Rodriguez, what? Miranda's him. Wow. I put my hands on your knees, replaying it, thinking how close 5 cops came to shooting an unarmed kid. The uniform walk Mason. The uniforms walk Mason to the squad car in the alley while Mason screams and complains about his phone and shouts varying frames, refrains of no, not now, you can't. Another satisfied customer, Marsha, smacks me on the arm. That's the most excitement I've had in years. I call Sash on my cell. His Highness, His Highness King Jericho Hooper is on his way to the station right now. He tells me he won't talk. I say maybe Mason will. I'm not. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit of the search here. Hang tight, and I'll be there in an hour. So let's do it. Marsha says. Let's see what Mason has for us. The actual search doesn't take as long as you might think. This this isn't a crime scene, so we don't need forensic science for prints or fiber collections. We just want information. Our search warrant gives us and broad authority, and we always err on the side of inclusion. Mason has a laptop computer that's automatic. The uniforms wrap it up while Marsha invent inventories. Oh, I'm sorry. While Marsha inventories and inventories it on the um, what's it called? Receipt. Um, the receipt. After she takes about 5 minutes reviewing a large file cabinet in the corner of Mason's office area, she she nods and tells the uniform to take the whole cabinet. We check for those floorboards. I mean, we check for loose floorboards, hidden compartments in the walls, false bottom drawers, but find no indication he was hiding anything anywhere. There is one bedroom with two beds, net and orderly to a fault, as if someone with a type A personality tidied it up. Several prescription bottles rest on a nightstand between the beds, up perfectly, lined up perfectly. Photograph the drugs and loan them. And walk them, but leave them here. I tell Uniform if he needs them, he'll take us. He'll tell us. The uniform puts everything into a police truck parked in the alley behind Mason's house. We lock the house up behind us and walk around to the front. Think we'll get Mason to talk, Marsh asks. Dunno. He seemed pretty spooked. That can work both ways. Is he like autistic or something? Not that I know of, she says. He wouldn't make eye contact, but the situation wasn't exactly normal. Well, let's see what he's willing to tell us. And after you get through his computers and files and see how much evidence we have, his tongue will loosen even more. She grabs, she rubs her hands together. Can't wait to get my hands on him. We make it to Thomas, where our car is parked. I glance to my left, where someone is walking on the sidewalk, heading east toward us. White guy, baseball cap, long sleeve shirt and jeans. I do a double take and stop. Look back again at the man. His head is down, earphones in, passing a woman pushing a stroller. It no. His hair peeking out from under his hat is dark and is dark as ink, and his ears aren't sticking out. No scar either, so no. But the long neck, the slope to his shoulders, you can change your hair color. You can surgically cover a scar and even pin back your ears. But the neck and shoulders, they don't change. No way, I mumble, brushing my hand against my holster, my pulse ratcheting side of the street from us. Then his eyes trail up to meet mine. He stops, does a double take of his own, making me, recognizing me. What? Wait, wait, what? What's that? Marsh, Marsha asks, just noticing that I'd stop. I can't believe I'm seeing it. That's the guy who killed Carla. I whisper. The man turns and breaks into a sprint. Chapter 17. Get, get the car. I yell to Marsha as I run after the suspect. He has over half a block on me, but he couldn't run as fast as I could last time. And he can't now either. All units, Marsha's voice in stereo, shouting only a few yards from me, but also crackling through the radio. Plain clothing detective in pursuit of a homicide suspect on foot, heading west on Thomas Street. Pass me clear. Suspect is on foot. Caucasian, Caucasian blue baseball cap. The man runs along the sidewalk on Thomas, heading west, then turns left, heading south down Leah Mingston. Smart move. I realize as I reach the corner because the street's one way north, making it hard for Marsh to pursue by car as I close the distance, all running all out with my weapon holstered. The suspect crosses over a diagonal to opposite the west side of the street. An oncoming car searching to, I mean, searching oncoming car screeching to a halt and blurring its horn. I, I cross in front of the car, trying to pick the suspect my in my line of sight. Uh, tr- Trying to keep the suspect in my line of sight. Once on the other side of Leah Mingston, um, he turns right between two houses and disappears. I call it into my collar, not knowing the name of the next street over. I reached the two houses he split, and he turned and drawing my weapon for the possibility of an ambush. The space between the houses is empty, a thin walkway and grass on each side. It ends in an alley between the two streets. As I race toward the alley, I hear shouting, a woman's, then a man's, then a scream. I reach the alley, weapon up, and pivot, 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 um, to the right. A woman flies backward from an SUV, falling into an open garage as the SUV's driver's side door slams shut. My kids are in there, my kids, she screams as the SUV's tires burn, burn rubber. gaining purchase to motor forward. I dropped to a knee and fire at the rear right tire. One, two, three shots until the tire blows out with a loud hissing pop. The SUV in the midst of acceleration fishtails to the right, exposing the rear left tire. Close to the screaming mother, but my only choice. I aim and fire 4 times and blow out the second of the rear tires. Yeah, the SUV disabled and rear heavy tires is accelerated. Accelerate tires to accelerate the but the hubcaps, um scraping the hub caps, scraping up sparks on the alleys as as absol- absol- but it's not going to make it. It stops only a few houses down from the place where it started. I'm already um, um I'm already coming around to the driver's side, seeing the flash of the suspect as he jumps out of the passenger side and into a passageway between two houses facing the next street over. But I can't get to him. The SUV is blocking the space between the two houses. Flasher, he's heading to the next street west of Livingston. Um, halfway down the block. Got it. As the woman rushes to the SUV and opens the rear passenger door. Two two young kids in car seats. I moved past her, climbing onto the hood of the SUV, then spider walked up the front windshield and onto the roof below and in front of me. The suspect has stopped halfway down the passageway between the two houses, having reached a large wooden fence blocking his progress. There's a door, but it's locked. It's too tall to hurdle. Nothing to grab on to help him climb over. He's cornered. Careful with my weapon, I jump off the SUV. I jump off the SUV's roof onto the pavement in the passageway. Land, land in a squad. Land in a squat. Pop to my feet. Aim my Glock at the suspect. Don't move. I'm supposed to say. Hands behind your head. Slowly turn around and drop to your knees. I say none of those things to the man who killed Carla. He senses me even before he turns. shakes his head, turns around and faces me, shows me his hands, waves them like waves them like jazz hands, smirks at me. The asshole is smirking at me, peeking up from his west, peeking. Sorry, yeah, peeking up from his waistband as his shirt lifts a revolver. Hands behind your head, drop to your knees, and don't say that. And but I don't say that. I don't say anything. I just look at the revolver at his waistband. After a moment, he follows my line of sight to his weapon. A weapon he could probably pull out on a count of one, two, three. Then he looks back up at me again. I lower my weapon to my side and nod to the man who killed an 11 year and, and who killed an 11-year-old's mother. I don't have him. Marshall calls through my radio. Do you? Unit 1512 responding. Unit 15-8 responding. With my hand, with my left hand, I lower the volume on the radio. No one, no more Marshall. No more responding patrols. Just me and the man who killed my partner. One of the best people I ever knew. He's Here's your chance, I say. It's a fair deal and gets it. And he gets it. I can't shoot him unless he draws on me. And I really, really want to shoot him. But he gets a chance to. If he's the better man, he puts me down and still has a chance to escape. What's the downstairs? I mean, I said downstairs. What's the downside? He's already a cop killer, already looking at already looking at a life sentence. What's killing a second cop going to get him that he won't already get? His hands posed out in front of him, his body cold, his eyes intense. Now or never, I say. He pauses, looks down and up. Then his shoulders relax. He gives me a broad he gives me a broad grin, drops to his knees. I surrender over him. He shouts, his hands extended upward. I surrender. I shuffle I shuffle toward him, ready for him to make a move. Lace your hands. Yeah, lace your hands toward lace your hands together behind your head. I say, yes, sir. He complies, elbows out. I reach him before I reach him, remove the gun from his waistband, and kick him in the stomach. He doubles over, weaseling, falling face first to the pavement. I put my knee on his back and cuff him. Get up, asshole, I say. I pull him to his feet as he begins to catch his breath again. You're a cop killer, I say. The prison guards are gonna love you, and you're a pedophile. So you're gonna have a lot of friends in general pop too. He makes a noise, something that sounds like a low giggle. He turns his head to the side to glance back at me. We'll see, he says. Chapter 18. Interview, room 3. Less than an hour later, I walk in and close the door behind me. I want a lawyer, he says, and I want a what? Mazarti? Mazarti? I don't know. I say, looks like we're, we're both going to have to wait. What's your name, guy? He smirks again. I pull his wallet out of my back pocket. The wallet is a broad purple job with a white star. It looks like a wallet more appropriate for a teenage girl. Donnie Delahunt, Donnie Delahunt, I say. Two, but uh, two buses for child in child indecency, but charges drop both times. How the hell do you pull that off? I walk over to him. He's in a chair locked to a table. His beaded eyes, narrow face, scumbag expression. I lean in close to him, look him over. He clean up good, I say. You clean up good, I say. Dyed your hair, plastic surgery, some skin grafts on the scar. He he recoils, turns his head as I touch the place where he had a scar on his cheek and those big ears of yours that stuck out, now pinned back against your head. I look behind his ears, see fresh surgical scars. I handle his ear and he howls, he howls in pain. That hurt, Donnie. I reach around with my hand, with my other hand and grip both ears and yank down hard. Yank, I'm sorry, I said yank. And yank down hard. He screams like a wounded animal. My fucking nose keep itching. It's irritating. Oh my god. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this. It say it's supposed to rain. It says storm likely this afternoon. And it's 11:38. So I need to hurry up so I can get back in the house. Anyway. Alright. He say he wriths and groans in his chair, sorry, unable to move much with the oh my god, excuse me. She much with the shackles on his waist. Sorry, I got sinuses and stuff. Between throat edge, you got sinuses. Your throat edge, but like behind your nose, it's basically like allergies, I guess. Bolted down to the table. Who did your surgery? I asked, just curious. I was thinking of having my chin done. He he eventually recovers. I want a lawyer. He snarls. Yeah, I heard you the first time. I sit down on the table. I should have shot you. You piece of shit. You killed my partner, but you pussed out. You had the chance to go one on one with me, and you chickened out. You're a real tough guy with young girls, but not so much with adults who can fight back. Hey, I'm talking to you. I grabbed his face and turned it toward me. His face pinched between my hands. His lips, his lips pursed. He manages only I don't gotta say nothing. That's true, Donnie. You don't gotta. I say, nose to nose with him now. But understand something. You killed one of our own. There's not a single cop out there that will give a rat's ass if I work you over in here. I'll say you fell down the steps on the no. I'll say you fell down the steps on the way to processing, or I'll make up some story about how you got banged up on the street when I chased you, or you resisted. We'll reshoot the booking photo. Cops will be getting in line to back up my story over yours. I watched the fear grow in his eyes. He believes me. He shouldn't. It's been known to happen, of course, but beating up suspects was never my thing. It wasn't. It wasn't Carla's either. And as much as I'd like to pulverize this man, and this guy Carla wouldn't approve, but Donnie Delahunt doesn't know that. You have one chance to avoid a beatdown. I say, you need to answer me one question. He shuts his eyes, but he's thinking about it. The house, that house where we caught you, that you blew up, was temporary a holding station. I say, where was the final destination? He slowly shakes He slowly shakes his head, wincing, ready for my punch or slap. I'm getting that information one way or the other, Donnie. I say, it's just a matter of time. You have a burner phone. You probably think it can be traced, right? But you're wrong. Every phone, even the burner, has an ID number. It's called an IMSI. I'm going to pull the cell tower records and find out where your home's been. You think I won't figure out where you've been stowing away those girls? I will. You're gonna piss me off and make me wait a week to get those records, or you gonna tell me right now and save yourself a trip to the emergency room. Chapter third, chapter 19. Sorry. Sash and Marsha Flagger are standing outside the room when I come out. Sash gives me a high five and pulls me into a half hug. You did it, he whispers. You did your partner proud, brother. Sash is kind of Sash is kind of a softy deep down. Carla wasn't his partner, but we did plenty of work together, and he took her loss almost as hard as I did. I mobilized all my skills as a police detective, I multi-jurisdictional task force, over 2 dozen cops chasing leads all over the state and the Midwest, trying in vain to locate this creep. And Donnie Delahunt practically walks right up to me on the street. Better to be lucky than good, Sash says. He give you anything in there. I shake my head no. I tried to spook him, but he called my bluff. Marsh, how quickly can you get our hands on Delahunt's phone records from that burner? A week, give or take. Okay, let's get on that, can you? Clap my hands. So where are we on our friends with the Emperor Gangster Nation? Jericho Hooper's lawyered up like we figured. He's got a fancy lawyer. Ellen, what, Tenna Burnham? I don't know, I say, you know him? Yeah, we've worked together a bit. Anyway, Sash says he's representing both Jericho and Mason Tracy. I was afraid of that, so Mason won't talk either. Actually, the lawyer says he wants to make a deal with Mason. I said Mason, a deal with Mason Tracy. Sasha, Marsha, sorry, Marsha says he can walk us through this whole thing. We make a deal with Mason. Jericho's Jericho's toast. This thing could be wrapped up that easily. Lead the way, I say. I tell Sash. Chapter 20. Mason Tracy is just there on the hall the um from the interview room holding Donnie Dillon, Detective Bernie, Ellen Tenenbaum is looking sweet as always, and alpha male and Armani attire, attire in Armani attire. The bad, the the baritone voice, the ego, a pink tie, perfectly knotted, a strap, a, a straight shirt, and $1,000 gray suit, and a dark hair combed back. Hey, Ellen. We shake hands, and I introduce him to Marsha, who comes along with Sash. Your client's in a lot of trouble, I add. His eyebrows arch. Money laundering? What is this? Al Capone? Remind me, I say. Didn't Capone spend the rest of his life in prison? Tenenbaum beams. He didn't have me for a lawyer. So what's the deal here, Ellen? I look behind him. Mason Tracy is not locked down because he's not that kind of risk, but he's handcuffed. He is looking down at the table, rocking back and forth, mumbling to himself, looking very concerned. My client wants his phone. He says, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I say. I mean, he says 5 minutes. I want to be 6'5" and throw a 95-mile-an-hour baseball. I mean fastball, I say, but I'd like it for, but I'd like it for 5 years. Well, only one of those things can happen. That phone is the subject of a search warrant. I say I can hold it for 30 days. And if we determine that it's evidence, which we will, we can hold it indefinitely. I'm aware of your rights. Tenenbaum doesn't hide his doesn't hide his opinion of them either. And what do I get in exchange? He pleads guilty. Please, detective, he smirks. Everyone's smirking at me today. He'll give you the password to his computer, he says. We don't need the password, Marsha says. We can get in. My client says that isn't so. We'll take our chances, I say. My client, Timon, lifts his shoulder. He's not a neophyte. What? Fight? Um, if he says you won't be able to get into his computer, I believe him. I look at Marcia, think it over, tell you what I say. Your client wants to make a phone call on that phone of his. I'll let him under supervision. That's ridiculous. It's not, counselor. He doesn't have a privilege except with you. Anyone anyone else he's calling, we have the right to listen. You let him you let us listen. We have a deal. Tenenbaum glances back at his client, mulls it over. What if it's not a phone What if it's not a phone call? Oh, that makes more sense now that I think about it. If all he wanted to do was make a phone call, he could use a landline here at headquarters. Last last I checked, I say there's no constitutional right to an email. I didn't know we were talking about constitutional rights. I thought we were making a deal, and he could have added he never said it was an email. Who knows why Mason wants to use that phone? Give us the passcode to that phone, Marsha says. That's a good idea. Our people can hack into computers, but getting into an iPhone without the code when it's not yours, probably beyond our capacity. It would take a court fight, and we'd probably lose. I take that deal. I say, Tenenbaum Kim says, give me 30 seconds with my client if you could. We step outside, close the door. He what's he want with his phone? I whisper to Marsha. She shrugs. Could be anything. I'm not keen on letting him. But if he gives up the passcode and we can access his iPhone, it'll be worth it. We pop back in. My client says Timon is not willing to give you the passcode to his phone, but he assures me that giving you his computer password is something of real value. Great, I say. So we have the assurance of someone who's been laundering drug money for a brutal gang leader. Give us a couple days, Marsha says. If my people can't get into, I mean, if my people can get inside his computer by then, we'll rethink your offer. Tenenbaum pauses. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. I need it now. I need it now. Now. Mason, his eyes shut. He is rocking so hard it looks like he might fall out of his chair. Tenenbaum gestures to his client, so there's that. Can't help you, Ellen. I say, not unless your client gives me more than a computer password. I don't. I direct the line to Mason, not his lawyer. Mason stops. Is rocking, turns his head in my direction. Still no eye contact, but listening. He agrees to walk us through how he laundered the money. I say, I guarantee I can get an ASA to give your client imminent if if he does that. No chance, says Timon, but his client Mason is nodding. 2, 3 hours, probably all it will take for him to walk us through the basics. I say, um, I say he never serves a day in prison. He never serves a day in prison, and he gets his phone back before dinner. Okay, says Mason. No chance, says his lawyer. I look back and forth between them. Is that your client sitting over there? You're, you're, you're representing Ellen, or is it your other client down the hall, Jericho? You're done. We're done, says Tenenbaum. He waves his hands, shows over. You sure you don't have a conflict of interest, counselor? We are done. Tenenbaum angles himself to block my view of his client. Sounds like your client likes my offer. It's not for you to decide. I need to speak with my client alone. This conversation is over. No, says Mason. Please leave, detectives. I have the right to speak with my client in private. Unless he fires you, which he can do, I say to Mason more than 10 please leave now. Unless he fires you, I say as loud as I can. I guess we have no choice. We step out. I really don't have a choice. And Tenenbaum is a top flight defense attorney. He'll make hay out of anything that happens in here. Maybe Mason will fire him, says Marsha. Once we're outside, don't count on it. Jericho Hooper is Tenenbaum's golden goose. He won't let Mason say anything to hurt the king. His phone record are no help, she says. We already got Mason's records from the phone company. Um, and I was listening Mason's records from the phone company, courtesy of a grand jury sub Hona. His text message didn't tell us anything. We know who he's called, but not what anyone said. I shake my head. I don't think it's an electronic communication. It's something else on his phone. I look at the door, wishing I could go back in. I just don't know what I say. Chapter 21. This is a bad idea. I tell Pete Parsons, the assistant assistant state's attorney. This could kill our case. No choice, Pete says. Nan is insisting. We don't do it. She'll shove it up our ass to what at the arraignment. I guess that's arrangement tomorrow. What does it say? Is it? Okay, spell it. Oh yeah, I need to take a break. Fucking back is killing me. Okay, got one more chapter after this. Yeah, alright, we got one more chapter after chapter 21. Where was I? Oh, come on, the judge won't let Dillahunt out. We've got my ID. He's accused of killing a cop and of child abduction. He won't get bond. Pete Grimes, Grimes, um, suddenly you're an expert on bond. Listen, man, is one of the best defense lawyers around. He's completely changed his appearance. I say the scar, the ears, the hair color didn't stop you from IDing him, did it, Billy? Well, he's got me on that, I guess. It won't stop Bridget either, he says. Besides, most of the time he wore a mask. She only saw his face when he scooped her off the street, right? Yeah, that's what she said. Okay, so if she can't ID him, it's not fatal. He drives a finger into my chest, but what could be fatal, at least for the arrangement, is if Nan gets up there and says she demanded a lineup and we refused it. Trust me, detective, we do not want to smart this case. We do not want to start this case by looking like people keep sending me notifications. Hold on, I got two messages. I hate when motherfuckers trying to be a smart ass and I can tell your ass not to come, but you know you want to fucking come. So like, fuck. Anyway, let me finish this. Looking like we're hiding something now. Let's go. He opens the door. It's happening. Outside the interview room where Pete and I were debating, Dillahunt's lawyer is looking at her phone. Nancy Carpenter is wearing a pinstripe blue suit and heels, blonde hair pulled back in a bun. She cross-examines me. She cross-examined me once. She was good. I had a solid case on the defendant, but she managed to isolate a few She managed to isolate a few details and harped on them like they were the only things that mattered. Kept her cool the whole time too. Ready, boys? She says without looking up. Let's do it, says Pete. And have we had conversations with the victim, gentlemen? She says as we walk. I have notified the only family that we had a suspect in custody, I say, and that's all. You mean did I tell you mean did I tell Bridget that he looked completely different when she saw him this time? Did I tell her that your scumbag client clipped his clipped his ears back and covered up his scar and dyed his hair? No, counselor, I did not. You didn't tell Bridget. What about her family? Did you tell them? Hey, I say, and stop walking. She stops too. I wasn't playing word games with you. I don't do that. That's your job. You look for any techno techno technicality to free low life to free low-life pedophiles and cop killers. You play with words. I do not. Okay, okay, says Pete. I stepped closer to Nancy Carpenter. I did not tell Bridget or her family that your client changed his appearance. This lineup is totally unfair and you know it. It has nothing to do with truth or with justice. It's all about you trying to gain an edge, so that's your job and fine, whatever. But lady, do not ever speak to me like we're wearing the white hat here. Your client killed a good cop with a young son. If I could bring back the death penalty in Illinois, I would, just for this case. That's what this guy deserves. He preyed on young girls, and then when it looked like he was gonna get caught, he didn't hesitate to try to kill that girl and the cop who rescued her. So go ahead with your fancy suit and expensive briefcase and do your job. But get off your fucking high horse. Carpenter isn't moved in the slightest by what I'm saying. She must tell herself what defense lawyers tell themselves all the time. They're defending the Constitution, guardian, the guardian of uh, civil liberties, whatever. Nothing I'm saying is going to penetrate the veneer. She makes a point of turning her head away from me. I don't want him in the room, she says to Pete. He won't be. I have a demand of my own. I say I want him to talk. Carpenter looks at me as if I just quack quack like a duck. He shouted to her, can you hear me, Bridget will recognize his voice unless he surgically alternated that too. It's a it's a reasonable request, ma'am, says Pete. No, absolutely not. My client doesn't have to speak and he won't speak. Pete looks at me, raises his shoulders. Ain't nothing I can do. Express the lawyers leave. I assume Bridget and her family are already inside the room down the hall, waiting for the curtain to slide open for the lineup. Pete won't let me with Pete won't let me within a mile of the room. He doesn't want anyone claiming stared up and claiming I steered her toward an ID. If he could be if he could be made to speak, if everyone in the lineup had to shout home, can you hear me home? Then it would at least be a fair identification procedure. I take a stab at the paperwork of my desk, all the shit that's happened. There's a mountain of it. I need to get to, so lawyers like man Carpenter can pour over it, looking for mistakes. Too anxious to fill out forms. I walk over to the desk of another SOS detective, a guy named Freeman, who came from the 21st. Um, I'm there because you can see the hallway from the place where he sits. Hey Freeman, how are you? But how are the hemorrhoids? Oh no. He hardly looks up at me. Shoot, shoot another day. I mean, shoot anybody today. Hurry. Days not over yet. Then a door opens down the hall and three people pop out. Bridget, sandwiched between her parents, huddled over her while she sobbed uncontrollably. They hustle her to the stairs and out of my sight. Shit, shit. Then Nan Carpenter walks out, cell phone to her ear, and turns in the other direction, showing me her back. Pete Parsons walks out last. He looks at his phone as he comes toward me. When he looks up at me, he shrugs, tucks in his lips. Shit. Then a small, then, I mean, I said small, then a smile breaks across his face. Positive ID. He says, chapter 22, the last chapter. I'm going to stop it. I walk into the hole in the wall about 8 that night. I get a howl from the cops in the bar, which is pretty much everybody who called me a TV star, and Elliot, Elliot Ness, and and variations of that theme. They must have watched the press conference that the Suppy and Beluski made us attend, announcing the takedown of the top gang leader in Chicago got top billing, followed by the arrest of the guy who kidnapped Bridget Leone, which seemed more important to the press than the fact that he killed a cop too. The Suppy taking up most of the airtime at the presser gloss glossed over the circumstances of Donnie Delahunt's arrest, saying officer spotted Della Hunt on the street and and and, and apprehended him. Technically true, I guess. Nobody wants to admit that it was pure dumb luck. Some would say it was pure dumb luck. I said it into the mic on the stage after um I've had a few bourbons, but it's part of my new strategy. Stand around and wait for the offender to walk past you on the sidewalk. It's a variation on a strategy detective source been seen been using for the last 20 years. He's still waiting for some perp to walk into a bar, not for Sash drinks too much. Why just the other day he read this article about how too much booze can hurt your liver. He swore right then and he swore right then and there to give up reading. Damn. Seriously though, he's cutting back. He's vowed to drink only on days beginning with the letter T. Today and tomorrow. I spot the bartender to whom, if foggy memory serves, a proposed marriage last night. This time it's a Bears jersey. She's tied off of her midsection. Again, the socks hat with her cinnamon colored ponytail protruding out the back. And how about our new bartender, I say, but the owner of the bar, a former copper who's also serving drinks tonight, happens to come into my line of sight at that moment. I salute him. No, Morty, not you. I don't think you qualify as new. Morty's about as new as an 80 track tape player. When Morty's grandkid Jimmy showed him a picture book of dinosaurs, Morty thought it was his grad school yearbook. Oh my god. When little Jimmy says it's time for a diaper change, Morty isn't sure which one of them he means. Don't push luck, Morty says to me afterward when I hit the bar for my complimentary drink. This old fart still has a couple moves left. I've seen you bolt for the John pretty fast. The whole midweek clears out close to midnight. I'm a I'm at a corner booth with a couple of patrol rooks and sauce when I amble, am, ambled up to the bar, my turn for a round, and there is a bartender and an expectant look on her face as she pulls on the tap for a pinch of gin or genius. I don't know. There she is, I say, the lawyer in the making. There he is, stand-up comic that something about her again. I, I ordered the round. I was serious about that marriage proposal. Though I say, I think it's time, don't you know? I add raising a hand. Don't say yes right away. Wait until you're absolutely sure. She places the drinks on a round serving tray. That might be a while. No problem. I'm here at least another hour. That enough time? She winks at me. I think I'll have an answer by then. I walk away with the tray. Congratulations, by the way, she says to me. So she wants to talk some more. Um, I'm surprised at how happy that makes me. It's not like this is going anywhere. I'm not looking for it. I'm not ready for it. I lost a wife. Then, 3 years later, another woman. Two women I love. Two women died. Two women dead. Being in love with me is an ultra hazardous activity. Damn. I'm not once bitten, twice shy. I'm twice bitten, thrice shy. But yet here I am, wanting to make nice with the bartender lady. Sounds like you win the prize for cop of the day. She says, "Good luck." Got lucky. Sorry. She wipes the corner with a rag. I mean, shit, I said corner. She wipes the counter with a rag and modest too. No, it really was luck, but I'll take it. Standing here holding a tray of drinks, do I put them down? That's a compliment to her talking longer. But then again, she's the one who wrote me back. And for more conversation, why are you analyzing this shit? Can I ask you a personal question? I say. She looks up at me. I suppose that depends on how personal. Oh, this is deep, soul warming, soul bearing, personal. I say, what's your name? Everyone calls me Nia. She says, they call you Nia because that's your name. She smiles, takes a deep breath. Let's just say it's the only name I answer to. I laugh. We're definitely a lawyer in the making. I laugh. You're definitely a lawyer in the making. I put down the tray. Okay, so I did it. I put the tray down. Listen, I say, if this marriage is gonna work, we have to trust each other. She seems to like that. Billy hasn't lost his charm. Plus, I add, how am I gonna fill out the marriage certificate? That's fair. She conceded. Tell me what. At some point before the wedding, I'll tell you my full name. So it is short for something. She grants me that. Shakes her head. You're a seasoned interrogator. See, she moves across the bar to take another order. A few coppers from the 15th ordering ordering beers. Sauce starts barking at me for his drink. The bartender known as Mia returns, not because it's the spot at the bar where she's dunking glasses into the soap, into the soap water. I decide, but because I'm such a joy to converse with, will Wilhelmina try? You nailed it. She did pins. My full name is Wilhelm Wilhelmina. I don't know. Please start calling me that. Oh, so so Mia Franz, Francisca. Her eyes narrow. As much as I enjoy those large blue eyes, I'm liking that. And I'm like that. Um, problem look too. I'm not telling you my full name, detective. Well, that's just not fair. The fifth the well, that's just not fair. The Fifth Amendment is fundamental to our liberties. So I'd heard a woman of mysterious. A woman of mystery. I say I decide to cut my losses, put it, put up the drink, and head back to the pick up the drink and head back to the booth. Sauce never looked happy to me, and we're going to stop there on Wednesday and come back. So we got that much red and that much got finish. And that's where we're gonna stop at. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everybody. Let me know what your girl is doing with this. Chan. No, it's your girl, the big neat TV. The one, the only fat neat, goofy neat, the silly neat, sexy neat, and not yours